Hi, it's Lee from the Japanese Water Gardens. This week's video is a guide to starting up a new pond, stocking it with fish, and avoiding new pond syndrome. Starting out any new pond, particularly if it is your first pond, can seem like a daunting task, but it does not have to be. Keep watching and I will explain everything step by step. The first step is actually to build the pond. Install a pump and filtration system. I know that it sounds obvious, but it is surprising how many people start buying or acquiring fish before the pond has even been built. Then they have to rush the project along and make compromises. When your new pond is ready, clean out any mess from the construction stage, such as mortar or rubble that may have fallen in. Fill the pond with fresh, clean water. Add some dechlorinator treatment, or even better, fill it through an inline dechlorinator and run the pump and filter for 24 hours. This will ensure that any chlorine has been expelled. Now you need some fish. A common misconception is that you should wait for several weeks for the filter and pond to mature before introducing the fish, but this is a completely pointless exercise. You need the fish to excrete the ammonia before any bacteria will multiply in the filtration system. When you buy your fish, visit a reputable koi dealer. That way you can be sure that the fish you are buying will be disease and parasite free, and should a problem occur, you will have someone to go back to for help. I would strongly discourage introducing fish that have come from an unknown source. Old fish don't adapt well to changes. Even if all appears well with the fish, they may be carrying a virus or parasite that will not show up until you stress the fish by moving them into the new and completely different environment. Buying fish should be a pleasant and exciting thing to do. You're going to be amazed at the vast array of different varieties on offer, but I would urge you to avoid the temptation to buy large quantities of koi on your first visit. Instead, buy less fish but better fish, and that way you will have a great display of colourful, interesting koi. When you choose your new fish, take some time to observe them closely. Healthy fish will be active and possess a good appetite for food. Look closely for signs of damage to the body or fins. A shiny luster and erect dorsal fin is a good indication of a fish that has lots of energy. Ultimately, if you have any reservations, you don't have to buy. The koi dealer will place your chosen fish into suitably sized plastic bags. Don't worry, the fish doesn't need much water, only enough to keep them afloat and not floundering on their sides. The bags are inflated with pure oxygen, sealed up tightly and boxed to keep the fish happy and safe for several hours whilst travelling home. When you have arrived home, unpack the bag from the box and float the bag on top of your pond for 10 or 15 minutes. This is done to equalise the water temperatures and prevent the fish from suffering a sudden shock. The easiest thing to do when releasing the fish is simply to cut a hole in the top of the bag and allow the fish to swim out along with the water. Don't worry about letting the water go with the fish. The new fish might need a few days to settle in. They may be a little apprehensive in the new environment, but over time they will get more confidence and be up to feed vigorously. During the first few weeks, be careful with the amount of food that you are feeding. It takes time for your bacteria in your filter to multiply and start oxidizing the ammonia that the fish excrete. You can help speed things along by adding some filter booster treatment. Small, regular applications is the best way to administer them, in my opinion. Get into the habit of testing the water. Initially, the main parameter to watch closely is ammonia. If it becomes concentrated, it will cause serious damage to the fish. To help dilute the ammonia, carry out some small, regular water changes. 20% is about right, and as often as is necessary. Antibacterial or parasite treatments should be avoided during the maturing process. In the unlikely event that you lose a fish, don't panic and do anything drastic to the pond or filter. If you are careful, all should run smoothly and you can introduce some more fish after a few weeks. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. Post any questions in the comments below. It's bye for now from Lee at the Japanese Water Gardens.